So, this is the house that's not selling. Words fail me. There's quite a lot of clutter.
It's not clutter, it's art.
Right, burn it. Where is your bedroom? Oh no, you're joking. It's the main reason this house is unsellable.
I don't know what we're gonna do.
Selling a property can be a real challenge, even in a seller's market. The thing is, it's not just price that dictates a sale anymore. Location, curb appeal, decor, all play a major part in how quick a property moves. But if you market your property correctly, you can increase the sale price by as much as 30%. It's all about what you, the homeowner, will do to make that sale. And in my real estate experience, I know that buyers want it all and the competition is fierce. Frank and Amy's two-bedroom bungalow has been on the market for 2 months, which is a lifetime in this city's fast-moving market. They can't really understand why the house they've lived in for the past 7 years hasn't received a single offer. The listing price at $319,000 is reasonable, but to pile on the pressure, they have to move because they've just bought a bigger house down the road.
Okay, guys, dinner.
We don't really want to leave because we have a lot of memories here.
Are you eating your veggies, sweetie? We built a family in this house. Unfortunately, we run out of room.
We want somebody to move in and have great memories like we've had.
We've been scratching our heads trying to figure out exactly why this house isn't selling.
I don't know what we're gonna do.
A potential buyer has to be able to walk into a house that's up for sale and really imagine themselves living there. Frank and Amy's emotional attachment to this home is just one of the reasons it's unsellable. Hi, nice to meet you, Sophie.
I'm Amy, nice to meet
I'm
you.
Frank. Welcome.
So, this is the house that's not selling.
Yeah, this is it.
Okay, but that's why we're here.
All right, yeah.
Okay, so tell me about this room.
Well, this is the living room.
Right.
It's where we hang out and do all our family things.
I don't think you're making the most of it. It's a good-sized room. I mean, this house has a great footprint. It's not small, but do you see how all the furniture juts into the room? So instead of feeling that you're in a big sitting room, you feel almost like you're in a kind of passageway. We want a wow factor so someone comes in and goes, wow, what a great sitting room. Do you sense that?
I think it's cozy. I like it.
It's definitely cozy. For instance, there's quite a lot of clutter.
My son made that.
I didn't think you'd made it. It's lovely, but now is not the time to be sentimental. We're trying to make this into a neutral space, which buyers will want to walk into and think, this is the place for me. 2 bedrooms off the living room is quite common in bungalows of this size. First one, obviously the kids. Not such a bad size, but you really can't tell because of this crazy mess. So they have bunk beds. They do take up less space than 2 twins, but the stuffed closet, clothes and toys all over the place makes this room seem tiny, and it highlights the lack of storage. Not a message you want to send to potential buyers. So, whose room is this?
This is my son's room.
So, if your son sleeps here and your daughter sleep there, where does that leave you?
Well, it puts us in the basement.
Right, okay. Now, that is going to be a major problem for potential buyers, the fact that the master bedroom is in the basement. I think it's one of the main reasons that this house is unsellable at the moment.
Really?
Yeah, really. Wow, look at their reaction. I don't think they realise that with no master bedroom on the main floor, this would be a big problem for people who want to buy. Right, let's go to the basement to get a complete picture.
This is our basement.
Okay, now where is the bed?
The bed.
Oh no, you're joking. Words fail me. You both work really hard and you've got 3 kids and you sleep on a futon that most students wouldn't sleep on.
Yeah, it's pretty pathetic.
Yeah.
I would weep. I could weep. From a serious point of view, for potential buyers, this is a really big turn-off because they're coming into this house and they're thinking, where's the master bedroom? They've got 2 kids' rooms upstairs and a dive downstairs. The sad thing is you can tell you've done work down here. You've repainted, and I like the colour of the walls. It's neutral. But even if we only changed one thing, this would be the thing that has to change. because at the moment, this is putting people off massively. It's hard to believe that the one bathroom in the entire house is in the basement, which could be a turn-off for potential buyers. Thank heavens at least it's in good shape because they've just renoed it. It's definitely a plus because a fresh new bathroom can increase the selling potential of your house by thousands. I can't believe what I've just seen. I mean, no one's going to go into that house and think to themselves, ooh, I like the one where the couple sleep in the basement on an old futon. I'm just going to have to sit down and discuss this with them because this cannot last. The plus points for the house is great street, fantastic neighbourhood, you know, got open plan living, you finish the basement. The main downside is, I'm not going to call it a master bedroom downstairs because that it ain't, but basically you're not really getting your market. Who do you imagine buying this house?
Us? No.
Yeah, a family like us anyways.
I think that is one of the reasons it hasn't sold. You should be marketing this house to a young couple or a single person, and they are not going to want a family house. They want a decluttered, depersonalised, neutral space that they can walk into and imagine themselves in. So that's what we've got to aim for, declutter.
So no futon?
No, the futon, I personally would burn it. But,
I can't say I'll miss it.
okay, but now you're ready for the change, and that has to be something to do with the fact that in 2 weeks' time you could be paying 2 mortgages.
Yeah, that's a pretty serious wake-up call.
If your house has been on the market for 2 months and you haven't received a single offer, consider why this is happening. When a buyer walks in, think, what are their first impressions and what's turning them off the property? I'm off to meet Amy and Frank's real estate agent to get his perspective on why this house is unsellable. It's all in the family, as Buddy Byers, the realtor, is also Amy's uncle. One of the first questions I had was, did he think Amy was sabotaging the sale of this house?
That's a good point, and I do feel bad for her. I know how much she loves the house, and you can see it when you look around. It's tough for her to leave this, and I think people coming in don't see it as a prospective purchaser because they see it as Amy's home. And maybe subconsciously Amy isn't doing enough to let it show to its best ability. The time of year has certainly taken away from the backyard. They have a huge lot, 185 feet deep. This kind of weather doesn't allow us to show that to its full potential.
You're Amy's uncle. Do you find it's been a bit of a hindrance? Or?
It's funny you should say that because there has been some times where I've tried to suggest decluttering, and I don't want to push it because she's my niece, but I'm not sure she was really listening to the extent she should have.
When you're selling a property, think of the area. Who's your target market, i.e. who's going to buy your property? Now, Frank and Amy, they live in a young, hip, trendy area. And that's going to draw in a sort of 20-something crowd. The price is right, but it's those first impressions when you first walk into the property that are really turning people off. Might be time to take Amy and Frank to a comparable house in the neighbourhood to show them the competition. I brought you here because it's a comparable property. It's the same sort of size as yours, a couple of streets down, but I think it shows really well. So I'd like you to go and have a look and give me your thoughts at the end. The kitchen should be one of the key selling features of your house, and though this one is not as large as Amy and Frank's, the light neutral colours and decluttered counters give it a clean, spacious feel, something potential buyers will notice.
It's really bright in here too.
Oh, I like the floor.
Yeah, it kind of looks like our bathroom.
Oh, this is nice.
Depending on the style of your house, the master bedroom could be on the main floor or upstairs, but should never, ever be a futon on the floor in the basement. Here is a good example of where a master bedroom should be.
It's kind of plain.
Yeah, but roomy.
Yeah.
No toys. What's this room? Oh, it's like a little office.
So, what do you think?
Overall, it's nice.
The reason I brought you to this house is because I think it's a really good example of marketing. They've thought to themselves, right, who's going to want to live in a place like this? Well, it's probably going to be a young couple. So they've made the second bedroom into a kind of home office, which is a great selling point. It's just basically putting a bit of thought into who you think is most likely to buy your house.
Right, for sure.
And in this case, it's been very successful because this house sold in a week.
What?
Are you serious?
Fingers crossed that they'll now be more open-minded about what has to be done to remarket their house. They're going to have to be if they want to get it sold. Though I think this couple are coming around, I need some backup, and I've called in our general contractor, Anthony Sayers. So, Anthony, what were your first thoughts when you came into the house?
Run! No, I'm just kidding. To me, the house needs some work. The first bedroom, I looked up at the ceiling. Looks like it's gonna fall down at any time.
Right.
So, new drywall on the
Yep.
ceiling. The carpet just looked very aged, so new carpet.
It's been colored on a few times.
In the second bedroom, the plumbing stack is sticking out. It needs
It's
to be.
charming.
You see what I have to deal with.
Yes.
It is a waste pipe. It's just not character.
Yeah,
Okay.
it needs to be boxed in. The kitchen's looking a little tired. Cabinets need some fixing up. Paint job.
So Anthony, what are we doing vis-a-vis extra prep space?
Well, by taking the table away and building an island there, you're gonna section it off the two spaces.
So there's a
Living room.
clear dividing line between the living room and the kitchen.
Yes.
You don't look convinced.
No, I'm not totally sold on the island idea. To me, a table is more comfortable.
Remember what we've been saying, it's not really about you anymore. I know that sounds brutal, but it's about people coming in and what they're gonna want. And a two-person island, it's gonna create more space in the kitchen. It's gonna be kind of a younger, hipper look.
And you think that will help sell the house?
I think it will, yes. Because remember our target market, young couples or single people. It's not the big family, because as we can tell, big families do not fit into this house. Okay.
Okay.
Right now, the living room appears small and dark. All we need to do is declutter, get rid of that big brown couch, and give the walls a fresh coat of a neutral colour paint. This will make a world of difference in how it presents to potential buyers. The basement needs to be reclaimed as a family room. Let's start by dumping that futon.
So, what do you think?
I don't know about you, but to me it seems like a lot of work.
It seems like a lot of work. Actually, it isn't. It's more affordable work that we're gonna be doing, and mostly cosmetic. Nothing structural.
Correct, Anthony. And the total cost of this reno is $3,500. Practically speaking, it's about the same as 1% of the home's asking price. A solid short-term investment, considering if they don't sell soon, they'll be carrying 2 mortgages for who knows how long.
You know, these are changes we have got to make. You don't want this house remaining unsellable for another 2 weeks.
You're right.
Okay? So you're with me on this?
I'm with you.
Okay, let's get the overalls on. Okay.
Let's do it. I'm starting to really get into the whole, decluttering, and it kind of feels good to get everything rolling now. That's 1 down, only another 20 to go.
It's a little sad putting them away, but at the same time it's a new beginning, so I'm trying to focus on that. Wow, look at our big room. I guess Sofie did know what she was talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Hey Anthony, how's it going?
Excellent.
Cool, what are you up to?
Making progress. Drywall in the first bedroom. Carpet
Yeah.
in the second bedroom. That pipe boxed in.
Yeah, I saw that, looks amazing. I see the island is still in its infancy, Anthony.
Yes. I'm building the island to match the cabinets. It's going to be movable.
I think it's going to be brilliant because it's going to act as a kind of dividing line between the sitting room and the kitchen without spending a huge amount of money.
Yeah, it is pretty cheap. Most people don't realize how important the kitchen is. I mean, you can add tens and thousands of dollars just by renovating and having a nice kitchen.
Excellent point, Anthony. For example, take a look at this house down the street that's just sold.
Now, I wanted you to see a comparable property. Is it to your taste?
I think it's beautiful.
So, can you imagine your place looking like this?
Not really.
No.
I think we have too many things around.
See, by things, do you maybe mean
Did I say
clutter? That is one of the key things that we've been talking about, is decluttering and a kind of calm space that anyone can imagine themselves living in, and this is it. Should we go and have a look at the rest of the house?
Sounds good.
Okay, this is the master bedroom, which does have an ensuite bathroom. Which
Oh,
is,
I like that.
this room is a bit smaller than your bedroom.
Right. It feels bigger.
See, it's the pale walls. Light paint helps bounce the light around, increasing the sense of space. And the best thing is, it's not a lot of work. Remember yesterday you were a bit nervous,
Yeah.
understandably, and thinking, oh God, it's a lot of work. But in this room, it's just a paint job.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It does make a huge difference. And you can imagine coming in here and just relaxing.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, it's calm, and that is mainly to do with the decluttering, because this is very simple. Should we head on to the kitchen?
Okay.
Oh, Oh wow, this is very nice.
This is really nice.
I like the cupboards a lot.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
The counter's very nice.
I could definitely see myself cooking
Nice
in
and
here.
spacious.
But I really brought you to this house to prove a point. And this house does have 2 bathrooms, and the sitting room and the kitchen are separated. For some people, that's quite important. But your house is a better house, and it's much bigger. You've got 2 double bedrooms on the first floor. You've got a bigger sitting room, a bigger kitchen, a bigger yard. But this house sold in 5 days.
That's incredible.
I never thought it would be that important
Yeah.
to declutter.
With a little bit of work, you can achieve that look in your house, which is going to make it much more sellable.
As the design work continues, Amy and Frank are slowly coming around to my side. But like their house, it still needs some work.
It doesn't really feel like my house anymore, and that's kind of sad to me. I guess that's the whole point. You know, we're fixing it up for someone else to buy the house and come in and enjoy it.
It's a lot of work right now. I'm trying to keep that other house that we saw earlier today in mind and using that as a little motivation. I hope that all this work that we're putting in here is going to pay off in the end.
I'm feeling really good about all the work being done on Amy and Frank's house. When I first got here, I was a bit concerned, but I think we might have converted this home from an unsellable into a house a young couple just want to scoop up.
There was no wow factor when you walked into Amy and Frank's house. To change that, we started by painting the living room and kitchen a light neutral colour, which immediately brightened it and opened up the space. We replaced that oversized couch with a smaller, inexpensive one that the owners can take to their new home, and rearranged existing furniture, removing visual distractions and allowing buyers to really see the potential in this room. We got rid of that big old kitchen table and replaced it with an affordable island that Anthony built. It clearly divides the kitchen from the living space and no longer feels like a big long hallway, but instead 2 individual spaces. To highlight the dual function of the second bedroom, we transformed it into an office space that could double as a guest room. By repainting the existing shelving unit and using a chair they stored in the basement, we painted the son's room a nice light colour, boxed in that delightful wastepipe in the corner, and spruced up the existing bed with fresh new linens. Decluttering worked wonders, and with a few family photos to adorn the walls, the results were amazing. This room was transformed into a bright and spacious master bedroom that buyers can easily imagine themselves sleeping soundly in. The basement took the least amount of work and cost almost nothing. All we did was get rid of that hideous futon, converted a cluttered closet into an entertainment area, and rearranged some furniture to give the space new life and create an informal, relaxing space that will definitely attract buyers. Though the dirty work is complete, we've got more to do to get this property sold, so preparing for the open house is the next step.
Marketing. Internet virtual tours and professional photos. An experienced photographer is needed to shoot them and get a colour photo for the newspaper. Large colour ads make all the difference in getting people to come to your open house. Do not scrimp on this. Find the busiest intersection near your home to put up your open house signs everywhere. You don't want people getting lost. Pay the $200 to $300 for a home inspection so the buyers don't have to spend the money. They'll like that.
The moment of truth has arrived. Potential buyers are coming to see the house, and with any luck, someone will be putting in an offer. It was a lot of hard work, but it paid off. Amy and Frank's house has been transformed in just a few days on a shoestring budget into a house that can clearly hold its own in a competitive market. We're about to put it to the test with an open house.
Come in. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, it's nice.
Fingers crossed.
I love the color scheme.
Just like I thought, a bright neutral colour makes all the difference.
So this would be like a study.
Or second bedroom.
There's enough space in this room to hold a desk and a daybed for guests.
Is this the master bed?
This is the master bedroom, yep.
It's a good-sized master that easily fits a queen bed, a dresser and a night table.
The color's nice, the baby blue.
Nice sized kitchen. I love the flow. The flow's excellent.
Exactly the reaction I was hoping for. This is a savvy buyer that knows what to look for.
It's very nice. Nice colors, very neutral.
This is movable, so you can have it here or move it along there.
It's designed so you can use it as extra counter space, kitchen storage or an eat-in bar.
Oh, here's a room for you.
That is so awesome.
What do you do with all the space?
Oh, that's nice.
It's amazing how rearranging your furniture to present the room properly really helps to visualize the use of that space.
Excellent.
Fingers crossed for sale. So now you've had a look around, what do you think?
It looks nice and bright and airy and fresh.
I love the kitchen. I love how everything flows. Just wonderful.
It's nice up here to sort of relax and entertain and whatnot. The downstairs is perfect for him and for a TV room.
I know it's a bit of a cheeky question, but maybe an offer in the pipeline?
Very much so.
Well,
Very
that's what
much
we
so.
like to hear.
Yes.
It's a pretty good possibility, actually.
He looks like he's at home already.
He is. It's his call. Hey, Ben, you want to live here?
The open house received the positive feedback I expected. The reaction proved that the remarketing strategy made a huge difference. This house has been transformed from an absolute zoo of a family home into a zen-like oasis for urban professionals. So the house is ready, but we'll just have to see if it sells.
I'm nervous because we haven't sold yet. It's down to the wire now. We have to sell it, or we are gonna have 2 mortgages in 2 weeks.
Well, the open house is a few days ago, and the good news is Amy and Frank have received 2 offers. So we're just hoping and waiting anxiously to see if one of those offers becomes a sale.
After a night of negotiation, Amy and Frank accepted the second offer and sold their home for $312,500 to a young professional couple. They fell in love with the house, and Amy and Frank fell in love with that. Unsellable house.
We thought that it was going to sell immediately.
It's been on the market for over a month without any offers.
Not
Very, very artistic children.
Do you realise that you're not the only person living here? When the cat's away, the mice will play.
I'm really nervous.
As a property expert and someone who's moved a house 14 times themselves, I know how important and potentially stressful moving can be. But there are a few things you can do that ensure that you will come out top dog in the real estate game. With a little bit of perspective, a lot of common sense, and being totally focused on ensuring your house becomes someone else's dream house, you can really end up a winner. Andrea and her 2 daughters have been living in their home for 3.5 years. But the catch is, her and her fiancé John have bought a house and he lives there with his daughter. It's a case of 2 mortgages until Andrea can sell her little 2-storey home.
Priced at just $429,900, it's situated in a really desirable, family-friendly area of town. But it's been on the market for over a month without any offers.
Other comparable houses in the neighbourhood have sold and for above asking. So it makes me wonder what's wrong with this house, because there's been no real interest.
This is a pretty close game, don't you think?
Not for long. I bought this house about 8 years ago, and I and my 2 daughters moved in here, and we've enjoyed it a lot. Ow.
You cheated! You bet! I'm selling the house because I have met a new man, and he has a daughter. And I think in order to really move on and make a new chapter in our lives, that buying something new was really the best opportunity for us. I was extremely confident about putting this house on the market. We thought that it was going to sell immediately, but that certainly wasn't the case. So I'm really nervous. Not only do I have to carry 2 homes at the same time, I just don't know what to do about garnering the interest that I was hoping to get by putting this house on the market.
Andrea's house is situated in a really desirable pocket of Toronto, close to schools, community centres and transit routes. It's ideal family living, so it is beyond me why no one's biting.
Hey, Andrea.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for having me. So this is the unsellable house.
That's right.
Are you living here at the moment?
I'm back and forth between my other house and this house.
It's funny you said that, because you know that smell? It doesn't feel the house has been totally lived in, a tiny bit damp. What have we got here?
There used to be a fireplace there.
Uh-huh.
It was an unfunctional fireplace, and so I decided to maximize the space as a result.
Yeah, I see. So this must be your dining room.
Yes.
It's got a great flow, this house. not loving the chairs.
No, why?
I can't think.
2 children, they're very creative.
These need to go. So, what room is this through here?
It's a glorified storage area for me at this point.
Well, Andrea, do you realise that you're not the only person living here?
What do you mean?
There are a lot of mice, judging by the amount of mice droppings down here.
Okay, that's not good.
No. Well, you know, when the cat's away, the mice will play. So they're probably like, hey,
So they're having
it's
a party
holiday.
that I'm not here?
Oh my God. It looks like the mouse have been having a bit of a party on your dining room table.
And that's not good.
That is not good. And the reason why that's not good, if I've noticed that, you know who else is going to be noticing that? Potential buyers.
Right.
What's through here?
I don't know what the original intention with this room was, but for me, it really has become my one and only storage place.
Oh, storage is a real bonus, but I just think organised storage is better.
I think this is pretty organized.
Do you really need that broken rocking chair?
My mom made it.
Right. Trust me to pick out the one and only sentimental item in the junk room.
Fortunately for us, the kitchen's been newly updated. The sleek and modern styling will be a huge asset. Upstairs, the bathroom already has a brilliant, fresh look, so not a whole lot to do there. But, like the rest of the house, the master bedroom could use a bit of a clean-up.
So whose room is this?
This is my daughter Zoe's room. She's 6 years old.
Oh my God, that is so precious.
I have very, very artistic children and apparently very independent children as well.
Right. So this must be Olivia's room then.
That's right. Olivia's 8 years old and has the same sort of creative flair as her sister.
Ooh, I can see what you mean by creative flair. Got such beautiful natural light up here, and you've replaced the window, but because you haven't finished it off, buyers are just going to look at it and think it's an old window. I've had the tour now. We can discuss what I think needs to be done to get this house sold.
Perfect.
First of all, I'd like to start by saying I love your house.
Thank you.
I really love it, actually. It's just got so much natural light, it's got so much charm. Problem is, it just looks a bit dirty. To be honest, your sofas do look a bit like they were picked off the side of the road. And the junk room, just need to clean it up. Upstairs, in the 2 kiddies' rooms, I think we just need to de-kidify them. The colour needs to change. I was thinking maybe not have Olivia in huge green letters either. And in your room, basically you've got to finish the work you started. Cupboards, paint job, windows is the main work upstairs. Downstairs, sanitary. Mainly sanitary. At the moment, in this present state, I don't think you will have many people banging down the door to buy your house. Luckily, the changes are all cosmetic and easy to implement.
Right.
Brilliant. The importance of first impressions in real estate should not be underestimated. And I'm getting a sense that the way Andrea's presenting her house is turning buyers off, and they're not getting all those warm and fuzzy feelings. So I'm going to go meet her real estate agent and pick his brains as to why the house isn't selling. Well, thanks for coming, Mark. This house has been on for over a month. Is that unusual?
I would have expected it to go in more like a week.
What feedback have you had from the viewers that you have had?
It's dirty, it's messy, and there's lots of clutter.
Who do you think the average person buying a house in this area?
It's usually a first-time buyer.
Yeah.
That's what we've got a lot of. And people with young children,
Yeah.
which this house is great for because of the big backyard. And it's a 3-bedroom home. First-time buyers, it's always a challenge because they expect everything to look like a show home. It's their dream, it's their first home. So it's hard for them to see past other people's clutter and mess.
Is this something you discussed with Andrea? Or?
We had it cleaned and we've put in a lot of work. It just needs to get pushed over to another
Next
level
level
of clean.
How did the house used to look?
It was quite a disaster. I stopped in one Sunday after Andrea's daughters had a slumber party, and it looked like a tornado had come through here. You know, the girls' rooms are cute, but they're really just for them and show their personality, and we'd like to make it a little more for everyone.
You're a friend of Andrea's as well as being her real estate agent.
That's right. I've actually known her fiance for over 20 years. It's hard to come into someone's house and when they're good friends of yours and say, you're kind of messy, let's clean it up.
Yeah, I mean...
But the sooner we get this sold, the sooner we close, the better for everyone.
It's obvious to me after speaking to Mark that he's spoken to Andrea about the whole cleaning thing. I don't think she's really taken it on board, but she's a single mum, she's busy, she's got a job, and she's between homes, so fair enough. But if she doesn't sell soon, she's going to have to think about reducing her asking price. And all this house needs is a bit of TLC, and it will be, well, it'll be like a show home. I thought I'd make the most of the break in the weather. So I'm bringing you to see this house. Similar size, similar layout, but it's looking fab. So I thought we'd come and get some inspiration. I just want you to see it. I think it's important.
Oh, it's really bright and clean.
I was about to say, I would happily eat my meals off this floor.
Right.
Now, that's not something I'd say
Say
at your
about
house.
my house, yes.
It's just pristine. As a buyer, I would walk into your house at the moment, and because it looks not very well loved, I'd think, well, maybe there's a plethora of other problems. But in this house, because it looks so brand new and fresh, kind of you get a sense of security.
There really are no aspects of your target market's lifestyle that can be overlooked. For new parents, the well-being of their children is always a top priority. So if your house is visibly dirty with obvious signs of infestation, new parents will walk out the door and never come back. Mistakes like that will immediately alienate your target market, which is the last thing you want to do.
And it does look like something that you can move right into. So I can understand that appeal.
The magic words, yeah, move right into
Right.
it. Anyway, let's go upstairs.
Okay.
Obviously, a kid's room, same as yours. One big difference is this child is not old enough to graffiti the walls yet.
They haven't discovered their inner creativity like my children yet.
That's for sure. I think the most striking thing about this house is just how clean and pristine and presentable and move-in ready it is. It obviously appeals to buyers because it's sold in 6 days.
That's fast.
Do you think you're committed to making the changes to your place that will make it sellable?
Absolutely. I've got a great house, and I know that I can make it show like this. Maybe even better.
Ooh, fighting talk.
Andrea's got a great attitude, and with a few more ideas from general contractor Anthony Sayers, I'm sure it's only going to get better.
I was briefing Andrea earlier about what needs to be done, but we didn't go into specifics, so I wanted you to let her know.
The house is in really good shape, I think. It just needs a little TLC and a major clean.
Yeah, common theme, yes.
Yeah. So in the living room, I noticed behind the couch, there's some flooring missing and some baseboard. Did you have a fireplace there
Yeah,
before?
there was a fireplace there. It did not work, so...
Okay. So what do you think we put a functioning fireplace back?
I think that would be great.
So in the dining room, I noticed you have the plate rail is there. Yeah. So I was thinking of adding more architectural features by just putting full panels on the wall. And in the back room, we can't really see what's in there until we get it cleaned out.
Right.
So until we get that cleaned, we'll deal with that later.
Right.
Are you scared of mice, Andrea? Will you jump on a chair and go,
I'll probably run. Just like a little girl. The trim is all unpainted and it needs to be filled and stuff. So we'll just fix that up and paint out the 2 rooms that are up there as well.
Those changes are going to make a huge difference.
Yeah.
I think we should probably get going then if the cleaners arrived yet.
Yes, they have actually.
Right, I want to go and brief them because if they find mice, they might run. Gentlemen, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to de-mouse and de-junk the junk room. Are you prepared to find rodents?
I think so.
Yes. Okie dokie, let's get started then. Okay, you take that.
I don't even know what's in here.
Ah! Oh God, I definitely saw something. Definitely something moving in there.
There's a reason why I haven't come back here in a very long time. I used to have a lot of food back here, but it's not so much there anymore. So I think I've been feeding a lot of rodents.
They don't pay me enough for this job.
Honestly, I can't believe how much stuff I have.
Heavy.
Oh, what have you got there?
It's an insert for the fireplace.
And you plug it in?
Yeah. Watch this.
And we had light. Ta-da!
Is that nice? Is that rock or what?
Yeah, it does rock. I think it adds a focal point to a
sure.
room.
You walk in and it's gonna bring your eye right to it.
And apparently we're painting That and the woodwork.
I don't like painting stained wood, but we're gonna do it just to try and tie the two rooms in together.
So we just have to have faith.
That's right.
Hey there.
Hey.
What are you up to?
Just decided to do bigger panels, bigger faux panels. It's just a look.
Yeah,
Kind of ties in with all the detail that's happening in the room.
No, I think it's all good.
Yeah, it's gonna look great.
Updating the design of an older home while maintaining the inherent charm can be a big challenge. But if done right, the results can be remarkable. This comparable home in the neighborhood is from the same era as Andrea's, but its smartly updated styling blends old and new world charm to perfection. And the original high baseboards, crown molding and window trims have been painted white to make the space feel more open. High contrast accents and clean lines provide a subtle hint of classic Art Deco styling and an unmistakable feeling of glamour. The addition of organic accents adds a welcome splash of primary colour, along with a calming zen feeling. In Andrea's bedrooms, the unfinished elements and in-your-face kids' rooms were miles away from zen, but these bedrooms are clean, complete and set up properly. I hope that we're able to achieve a similar feel in Andrea's home.
I haven't painted in such a long time.
Really?
Yeah. I think that the paint in the kids' room it was completely necessary.
Yeah.
So it's just really changed the appearance of the room.
Yeah.
I really liked how bright and fun they were, but I understand from a resale perspective that bright purple and pink and their names about 6 feet long probably takes away from the vision of what they could do with the room.
I think this house will appeal to a young family or a couple who want to start a family together and be part of this close-knit community. I'm curious to see what the open house throws up if we get any offers, because Andrea and John want to start their lives together and they should be able to do that soon.
Andrea's living room wasn't horrible, but it wasn't stunning, and there is no room for mediocrity when it comes to first impressions. After a thorough clean-up, we've maximised the potential of this room with fresh, bright and neutral colours, and the bright red accents add some exciting flair. We've repaired the floor, and this compact electric fireplace adds a cosy feel without dominating the space. We've taken a risk in painting the stained mantel and baseboards, but it's paid off in spades, as this room takes full advantage of the available natural light. In the dining room, the top priority was to clean up, but we've also added some architectural design to the walls to match the existing plate rail. In the storage area, we've transformed this filthy sanctuary for vermin into a spiritual sanctuary for human beings. After a quick clean-up, we let Andrea's wonderful kitchen speak for itself. Loads of light and first-rate functionality will be a sure hit. In the master bedroom, we've been able to really bring Andrea's existing furniture to life with a slightly warmer paint colour, along with matching bedding and window dressings. Olivia and Zoe's rooms were cute if you're a 10-year-old at a slumber party. We've been able to effectively de-kidify these rooms by removing all the knickknacks and painting over the graffiti. We replaced the piercing pink colour to fit in with the design of the rest of the house. All in all, this was a dirty job, but someone had to do it. We've been able to clean up the mess, scare away the unwanted tiny tenants, and get Andrea's house to the next level of cleanliness and design, all for a very reasonable price. But you can never be too prepared for the open house. Here are some strategies to make the day a success.
To help create that positive vibe, appeal to all the senses. Regardless of how bright a day it is, turn on the lights, because a bright, beautiful room sells much faster than a dark, beautiful room. Appeal to the buyer's sense of smell to create that homey feeling. Warm apple cider on the stove in winter, or my personal favourite, freshly baked bread and that sweet smell of coffee. If you're selling your house in the middle of winter, crank up the heat. We'll let the buyers know there's nothing wrong with the heating system, and also make your house feel nice and toasty. Soon they'll be seeing themselves curled up on the sofa on a Sunday.
I am excited. I'm looking forward to what people have to say. I think that today, a lot of people will comment. I think they'll comment very positively. I want to sell this house. I want to get on with my life. I don't want 2 mortgages. Who does?
I think we've given Andrea's house the extra push it needed to become legitimately sellable. We all want her to be able to move this property and start her new life, but ultimately, the open house holds the key.
We've got a nice big sitting room here.
It's nice. I like the fireplace. Yeah.
Wow, bright colors. I love it.
The flowers.
I love the colors.
Yes.
It's nice and bright,
It looks modern and fresh.
but still keeping the
old world charm.
yeah. Now we've got a formal dining room in here.
Oh, I like what you've done with the walls.
Oh my.
Oh, yes.
It's a good size. Is this a new kitchen?
Yes, it is a new kitchen.
Brand new?
The owner is a very keen chef, so I think she spends a lot of time in the kitchen. All the appliances
Oh, I like
come with
that.
it. Yeah, it's a good place to have your computer, actually. I'll show you into the sunroom.
Oh, this is cute.
It is cute.
Like that.
Breakfast room in the summer.
It would be a good playroom for the kids.
There's a big deck out back, great for barbecues, and you've got a nice big garden. Upstairs, you've got 3 double bedrooms.
The ceilings are nice, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
The curves.
They are.
Storage through here, so bigger than you think.
A lot of space.
Yes.
And it holds a good sized bed. That's
Yeah.
good size.
Right, and then you've got another 2 bedrooms. It's a good size.
Very nice.
Yeah.
They're not huge, but you could have a double bed in here.
But it's suitable for kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Through here we've got the 3rd bedroom,
Wow, that's cute.
and again, lots of nice bright lights. Okay. How does this compare to other things you've seen?
This actually has more of what we've been looking for.
So many period features.
It's got a lot of character.
Yeah. A lot of charm.
And it's the right neighborhood for us. I think that it's promising in terms of its readiness, decor-wise.
This is wider than most of the semis that we looked at in the same price range.
It does look nice from the street, and the rooms are a good size.
Would you consider coming back for a second viewing, maybe showing your husband?
I would definitely come back with my husband.
I think I'm gonna phone our agent. We can take it from there.
That's what we like to hear. Second viewings followed by offers. Well, thank you very much. It was a pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
Good meeting you.
Well, that was great. We got a lot of people in, especially for such a snowy evening. We actually had some real qualified buyers. But that one couple, they've been looking in this neighborhood for, what they say, at least 8 months. Everything that was a negative, he turned into a positive.
They said this was one of the best things they'd seen. So, I mean, you can't say fairer than that.
No, that's wonderful. I'm really looking forward to seeing if they're going to put it forward an offer or not.
I think that the changes that were made to this house could absolutely make a huge difference in terms of getting the price that I want for this house. Wow. I think what has been done is amazing. Emotionally, giving this house and the wonderful experiences that I've had in it in the past 3.5 years and this chapter of my life, a nice, beautiful present and a way to say goodbye. And it has certainly done that. And I'm very happy for that. It's what I've wanted to do with the place, but never could.
Since Andrea's home was given the extra push it needed to become sellable, I was thrilled to hear that her home has sold rather quickly. Not only has Andrea escaped the burden of carrying 2 mortgages, but her dreams of starting a new life with her new man have been put on the fast track.
Toni and Gary's house is not a bad house. It's obvious there's a problem.
Kind of lacks a bit of wow factor. It's not singing to me.
We have to sell now because we could be having to hold on to 2 mortgages.
The market, it's stagnating a bit.
Unless we do some serious upgrading in this house, just going to merge into all these other ones.
The world of real estate can be unpredictable, but whether the market is hot or not, one thing is a given. If your house shows well, it will sell quickly and for top dollar. If potential buyers are walking in and getting a bad impression or no impression whatsoever, they'll walk out the door, and that is a sales opportunity missed.
Toni and Gary's house is not a bad house, but after over 70 showings,
2 full months on the market,
and 6 really well-attended open houses, it's obvious there's a problem.
Now, it's listed at $469,000, and judging by the amount of traffic through the door, it's competitively priced, and this is a desirable neighborhood. So, what's the problem? Toni and Gary need some answers, and they need some answers quickly, because they bought another house, and if they don't sell this one, they're going to be paying not 1, but 2 mortgages. But that's why we're here, to turn this house from unsellable to sellable.
Boys, dinner.
We bought the house 3 years ago. We needed more space. We were a growing family. The boys were getting bigger. This afforded us almost 1,000 square feet more than we originally had at the old house. The reason that we're moving is a new subdivision means new houses. Everything is fresh, everything is new, and there's no neighborhood feeling that I grew up with, and that's what I really like. A little bit bigger property and the bigger trees, huge trees.
It's been fun planting here, and
yeah,
you know, we tried to start a few trees in the backyard, but we killed them. We've had an opportunity to purchase on a street that we love, decided to jump on it.
We have to sell now because within 6 weeks we could be trying, having to hold on to 2 mortgages. We can't understand why it hasn't sold. The house is beautiful.
I have no more ideas.
This 4-bedroom family house, it's 3 years old, it's close to the town, the schools, the highway, and this makes it really popular with young families. However, the real estate market in this area has slowed recently. Houses are on the market longer and buyers have more choice.
Oh,
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, who's going to lead the way?
I will.
Okay.
We've got our living room first.
It's nice and decluttered, which is great, which makes my job easier. It does have a good flow to it. I have to say, I wouldn't mind putting those sofas in a time capsule. Sending them back where they came from. Anyway.
I'll help you.
Okay, well...
They've been barely used.
Stylistically, they look like they've seen many a Sunday. So let's go through to the dining room. First thing I'd say about this is that cabinet is quite overpowering. I noticed it from way back there.
I know, but I like it. It has a lot of things behind the doors that mean a lot to me, and I don't know where else to display them.
I'm not asking you to put it on a bonfire or anything. Just maybe think about parting with it for the moment. Through here, nice clean kitchen. Why is there no table?
Somehow or another, the table with a thick glass top got broken.
There was no real push to go and buy a new one?
No.
No? Wow, this is a great room. Lovely, it's got 5 windows. It's beautiful, so much light, going straight onto the garden. I think we can do something with it though.
Next, we've got Ben's bedroom.
He's a hockey fan.
Yes.
Large.
We might tone down the hockey a little bit.
This would be our ensuite bathroom.
Great to have a shower and a bath, but it kind of lacks a bit of wow factor. It's the country cottage picture, it's the angel. We want to give it a feel of a high-end spa. Really push it to the next level.
All right.
This is our master bedroom.
Uh-huh. It's a good size. Ooh, hello. I just love the cupboard, it's huge. But at the moment, it's not singing to me. I think it's lacking that extra something. I want this room to shine and look different to other master bedrooms down the street. I want to give it some va-va-voom.
That'd be awesome.
Now, I've had a tour. I think we should go and have a little natter downstairs. After you. Don't look so scared, Gary.
Okay.
Sentimentality is one thing, but keeping a ratty old sofa for over 20 years is another thing altogether. Unless we do some serious upgrading in this house, Toni and Gary's house is just going to merge into all these other ones, and it certainly won't be popping. I want to begin by saying that I appreciate the work you've done. You've decluttered, which is great, and it is so clean and tidy, especially important for viewings.
It's been exhausting for 2 months of running around after my kids.
You said you've had over 70 viewings.
Yes.
That is a huge amount. That is a very high volume of viewings, and it hasn't sold. A lot of the furniture is aging the house. The sofas just look a little tatty and a little shabby.
Right.
We want to make it look new and modern and snazzy. The bare bones are here. I mean, the fact that you've got a big master bedroom, ensuite bathroom, walk-in closet, those are all good things. I just don't think at the moment it's standing out from the other houses that are for sale. When you live on a subdivision like this, you've got a lot of very similar houses, so there's not much to differentiate all of them. What we need to make this house do is shine, especially now because the market, it's stagnating a bit. So your house has to be really special to go quickly, and that's what we want to happen.
Sounds good.
I'm certainly looking forward to it.
Okay, well that was easy. Toni and Gary have made some smart steps in preparing their home for sale. They've done a great job of cleaning and decluttering, but sometimes in a competitive market, that's just the beginning. I'm off to meet Ruth Quinn, their real estate agent now, who also is Toni's mum. Now, Ruth, Toni and Gary said that you've had almost 70 viewings?
Yes.
So there's got to be something that's not right about the house.
I don't think there's any wow factor about the house. It's a little dated because of the furniture.
So presumably you've talked to them about
those two ancient couches in there.
It's a joke to us that Gary won't get rid of some of the furnishings that they acquired from us. He thinks furniture is just fine the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you give your advice, they're just like, oh, that's mum being fussy, rather than the advice of a real estate agent.
Yeah.
Now, when I came in to the subdivision, I saw there's still quite a lot of building work going on. How does that affect the situation for this house?
Well, it gives us a lot more competition. This house, I think it's a great house, but we need to make it pop. We need to make it stand out from the rest, and I think it will go.
You better go and make it pop then.
Oh, I've changed into my jeans now, I'm going to be helping.
And then we've got the open house.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll get a lot of people through the door.
We should do.
Fantastic.
I look forward to it.
Me too.
There's shabby chic, and then there is just plain shabby. I thought it was a good idea to bring Toni and Gary to this comparable house. It shows well, it's got wow factor, and it was a winner in this competitive market.
I wanted to bring you to this house because it's in the neighbourhood. It is a bit bigger, but there's a lot of features that really show well. So come on through. Now the kitchen, there's been some updating. It's not the basic kitchen. The owners put this nice tiled backsplash on.
It's very nice, really, it is.
Also, it's an eat-in kitchen. There's a kitchen table, so it just has a nice flow to it. So come through to the sitting room. The good thing about this room is the architectural details that have been added. Along the top here, they've also replaced the Builder Basic light fixture and put a chandelier in.
It's nice.
Okay, come on. This is the master bedroom. It's a similar size to yours. Nice paint job, very neutral. Gorgeous wooden floors. The owner put in all the wooden floors himself. So the lesson from this house is basically taking Builder Basic and upgrading it a bit.
It works. These floors pop.
They do pop. Can you do a popping sound? The work you've done to your house already is great. The decluttering is fantastic. But what we need to do is go that extra step and turn your house more from Builder Basic into sophisticated. And this is what the owner has done here.
Really stands out.
It's been successful in this case because this house sold in 22 days and the average for this area was 40 days. So that's half the time.
And ours has been even longer.
Yes.
Well, let's get at it.
Okay, come on then.
To reach beyond Builder Basic at Toni and Gary's house, we're going to need to call in our very own builder, who is anything but basic.
I was speaking to you earlier about how we want to turn your house from to wow. Anthony is the man to do it, so take it away, Anthony.
Okay, it's pretty much the same house that you bought from the builder, right? You haven't upgraded it in any way.
No, not at all.
That is what we're gonna do, is try to give you upgrades that will separate it from all the other houses that are on the street. So starting from upstairs, just neutralizing the colors, changing over the light fixtures. In the master bedroom, change the window dressings, and the walk-in closet. It's a nice big closet, but it just needs to be more functional. In the ensuite bathroom, we just need to make it a little bit more sophisticated. So we'll just upgrade the lighting, put a new frame around the mirror.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Excellent.
In here, we're going to change the light fixture and put some paper shades in the skylights because I'm sure they heat up in this room and you can't actually watch the TV. And in the kitchen also, we're gonna hang some pendant lights over the sink and change your faucets just to upgrade it a little bit.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Well, we better get going then. Anthony, I'll leave you to it.
Okay.
Come on, guys, I've got a job for you. Anthony, I'm here for my spa date.
Oh, really? You're a little early.
I am a little early.
Yeah.
Snazzy mirror.
Yeah, I just finished staining this wood and urethane in it, so I'm just installing the frame around the mirror now. It's hot, isn't it?
It is super hot. How much did that set you back?
Probably maybe $50, $60.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Because I saw pretty much that same mirror in a shop and it was like $220.
I can believe that.
$140 saving.
Oh, it looks great too.
And, oh.
Over here, this, you like?
I do like.
Shelving. This is just some MDF that I just added to the front of the shelves to make them look chunky, more luxurious looking. And the new pot light.
Yeah.
That's brand new, I just put that in.
Gives it a very modern look, spa-like.
Spa-like.
But it looks like I'm gonna have to come back for my 6 o'clock facial, which is a shame.
Yes. You had your towel and everything.
I did have my towel.
Totally ready.
Look at that, the whole clan is at work.
Oh, yes.
So what do you think of the room now the cabinet's not here?
It's huge.
Yeah,
it's really big.
It's pretty.
Toni, so that's a thumbs up from you?
Yeah, I think it's great. Makes the room look so much more elegant and spacious.
What do you think about the other rooms?
They're gorgeous. Beautiful.
They're doing a lot of work in the master bedroom en suite.
I think it's amazing the amount of work that's getting done up there. It's tons and tons, and everybody's working so hard.
It's awesome.
It's awesome. Well, not long to go till the open house, so...
We better get moving.
Better get moving.
I better go and do something useful. So guys, what do you think?
Bit amazing.
It is amazing. The thing I like about downstairs, or actually the house generally now, is that it's kind of quite feminine.
Yes.
Whereas before, I think definitely the scales were tipped to the more masculine side.
I'd say so. Well, you know the saying, the house is the woman's and the garage is the man's.
Yeah.
That's his room. The rest of the house is mine.
And I go there when I'm told.
Gary, to the garage.
Yeah, that's right.
Double quick. Ah, there you are in the walk-in closet.
Yeah.
His, hers.
Yep.
It's all very organized. And where are the dresses going?
Right here,
Brilliant.
because you get a full wall.
Yeah. So this is where you put your shoes.
No, actually, I'm building a big shoe rack right across the bottom.
That's fantastic.
Right?
Yeah. Were they difficult to put up?
No, actually, you get this whole system and then you attach the top rail, and then all these tracks just hang off the top rail. And then you can just organize it however you want.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, I'll leave you to it.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
This custom closet is going to help give Toni and Gary's home a competitive edge, which can really help move a property in a slower market. This house, which is fresh on the market, has great bones, but its decor has been brought up to an elite level. The living room has a nice new trim and a great paint colour, but the contemporary furniture and updated decor gives this room the high-end finish that a shabby 2-decades-old couch just can't provide. In the dining room, it's easy to focus on the chic furniture and decor when there's no bulky, sentimental furniture dominating the space. The kitchen is quite a bit smaller than Gary and Toni's, but every inch has purpose. There's no dead space in this kitchen. The granite countertops, the sunken sink, the breakfast bar, all these wonderful additions are the difference between will see and must see. In a competitive real estate market, little details go a long way. But enhancing every aspect of your home's decor will make it pop out in a crowd. So when it comes to finishing touches and decor, leave no stone unturned, and you'll stone the competition. At Toni and Gary's house, the finishing touches are well underway.
Toni and Gary have had over 70 private viewings through this house, and that is a lot of missed sales opportunities. But judging by the work going on, I don't think that's going to happen anymore.
These guys are phenomenal. They're like out of this world. Maybe I could rent them at the next place. I can't believe the change in my living room and dining room. It looks so sophisticated. It's beautiful, it's warm. I really feel that our home now has something special to offer. And now I know what the word pop means. I know what make it stand out means, make a difference from the other homes. I know what that means now.
Toni and Gary's house's first impression was really falling flat, so we've dumped the old couches, warmed up the paint colour and added some lush new window dressings. Now this home's first impression reaches far beyond builder basics. In the dining room, everything but the lighting fixtures had to go. Now the bulky cabinet no longer dominates the space, and the contemporary new dining set has taken the starring role. This colossal kitchen should have been a huge draw for prospective buyers, but all the dead space was a huge turn-off. We've hidden the ocean of tile with a cute little dining set and a nice new lighting fixture to create a lively and functional space. We've replaced the standard issue faucet with a higher quality piece. In the great room, this cut-rate lighting fixture just didn't cut it. This fixture matches the decor and adds a much-needed touch of elegance. The master bedroom is very neat and tidy, but the styling was decidedly no frills. A rich, warm paint colour and dramatic new lighting has created an alluring, luxurious room. The new window dressings are a perfect fit, and Anthony's custom walk-in closet is very impressive. The decor enhancement follows right through into the ensuite bathroom, where warm colours and new lighting fixtures have turned this room from economy prefab to high-end spa. In the boys' room, the hockey paraphernalia is gone, and this soft and inviting decor has maximised their potential. Toni and Gary's house always had great bones, but now it truly stands out from the suburban pack. The total cost for this job was $6,000, which may seem like a lot, but in a stagnant, competitive housing market, it takes a little extra investment to give a property an extra push. If you're trying to sell a home like this one, don't forget these crucial marketing tips. If you are selling a relatively new house, buyers are going to expect it to look brand spanking new on the inside, so old and tired furniture is a no-no. A simple and cost-effective way to turn your house from builder basic to sophisticated is to upgrade the lighting. Elegant light fixtures will make your house shine. If you have a walk-in closet, make the most of it. Customize the space and maximize the storage. After all, you can never have too many shoes, just not enough space to put them in. Well, the open house is just around the corner. This house has been updated, upgraded, and I think it's looking fab. But we'll just have to wait and see what potential buyers think.
Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Come on in. Sitting room down here.
Very, very nice.
So what are your thoughts on the decor?
Like it. Don't think we'd have to paint. Very classy looking.
Yeah, and this is great because you've got the two areas here.
It's good for entertaining. It'd be great.
Come on through to the eating kitchen.
Very nice.
It is nice.
Lots of cover space. I like the lights.
This is very nice. It's good size.
Yeah, it's good size.
Oh, this is great.
So this is a really great family room.
Oh, it's great for the kids.
I know, really, really lovely.
And the ceiling's fabulous.
It's very, very nice.
Very pretty.
It's very spacious upstairs. So this would probably be your son's room.
Oh, great. This is a good size room.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And through here we have a pretty fabulous master bedroom, I have to say.
I like the wooden blinds.
Yeah, they're nice.
It feels private, like you're stepping out of the house into your own sanctuary. It's nice.
This is one of my favorites. Wait until you see the walk-in closet.
Fabulous.
And here is your own personal spa.
This is beautiful. This is my room. This would be for me. Oh, I like the shelving. That's nice too.
It's beautiful. I love this
Very,
room.
very nice.
Very spa-like. Great mirror.
Yes. Fantastic. Should we go downstairs?
Sure.
So have you been looking for quite a while?
Yes, I currently own a semi-detached up the street.
So how does this compare to other things you've seen?
It's calm. You walk in and the colors are neutral and subtle, and it's very relaxing home. The master bedroom is almost like a retreat.
So you think this house stands out from the crowd?
I think so. It's very well put together, and it's definitely worth another look.
Will you be bringing your wife back?
My wife will definitely be by to see this home. The house is beautiful. It's pretty close to perfect.
I would definitely buy this house because it's a newer house, great space, and everything's new. As soon as I walked in, I thought, what a great house.
Brilliant.
Beautiful house.
Oh, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I think this might be one of the most successful open houses we've had. Being a real estate agent, you've seen a lot of the houses in the neighbourhood. Would you say, in your opinion, this stands out from the crowd now?
Above and beyond. Yes, everybody that came just thought it was wonderful. I don't think I'll have any problem having this moved really quickly.
Not everyone likes to stand out in a crowd, but when you're selling your house in a competitive market, that's what you've got to do. Judging by some of the comments we got during the open house, this home is going to be remembered, and for all the right reasons. Our transformations have turned it from average to outstanding, and from unsellable to sellable.
Changes are unbelievable. I never would have expected that all this work could have been done.
I'm going to bring some ideas with me to the next place.
I think people are just going to be in awe.
It's a jewel now. It's a treasure amongst all these other homes. I think there might be some competition.
Well, there was competition. Prospective buyers came out in droves immediately following the open house. In fact, Gary and Toni quickly received 3 registered offers and found themselves in the extremely fortunate position of accepting the highest bid. Reaching beyond builder basics, sold this property in 24 hours. What an incredible success. This house could be fantastic, but at the moment it falls a long way short.
We thought we were sitting on a gold mine, so we're pretty much stumped.
The whole general atmosphere of the house is a little bit dingy. Do you people have some kind of wood fetish? I feel like I'm in a student dig. In this buyer's market, average doesn't cut the mustard.
Today's real estate market has shifted from a seller's market to more of a buyer's market. So, to ensure a sale, it is vital that your house is looking at its best. Because in today's property climate, if your house isn't standing out from the crowd, it's just getting lost in it. Emily and Jason are moving out of the city with baby Owen, to where property prices are less expensive and they can afford to have more children. They've even found their dream home, but they can't make an offer on it until they've sold this house. Now, this house is listed at $449,000 and hasn't received a single offer, even though over 100 potential buyers have walked through those doors.
I think it's a great house. We were really excited when we bought it. When we first put the house on the market this spring, we thought we were sitting on a gold mine, so we're pretty much stumped.
It's really important to sell as soon as possible because I would like to have more children. I think he's thirsty. Owen has completely changed the way I look at my life. It makes me want to make the house I'm living in a home. We didn't do that here. We haven't bought a single item of furniture. Everything we have, we owned when we were living together in apartments. Not selling this house is preventing us from moving forward with our lives. I feel very stuck. There's been no offers, so we're totally confused.
Emily and Jason live in this spacious 2-story, 3-bedroom house in a city neighborhood popular with first-time home buyers because of its relatively affordable prices. Known as Greek Town, this colorful, multicultural area is just a short walk to some of the city's best Greek bakeries and restaurants. Now, this all sounds lovely, but apparently it's not enough to get a sale. But that's why we're here, to turn this house from unsellable to sellable. Hi, lovely to meet you guys.
Hi, Sophie, nice to meet you. After you.
Brilliant. Really, really nice. And all the original features.
Yes.
Lovely high ceilings. And you've got the fireplace, which is fantastic, the hardwood floors, beautiful cornicing, but not a light to be had.
We don't really sit in here, so we forgot about lights.
So can I go on through?
Sure, after you.
I love these high ceilings. It just gives you such a sense of space. But do you people have some kind of wood fetish? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different types of wood in this one room alone.
I never noticed that before.
Yeah, now let's go through to the kitchen. For a house this size, this kitchen is actually totally in proportion. It's just no prep space. You've got the wrong table in here, but this kitchen could be absolutely fine with a bit of TLC.
Good.
Good. Now, what's through here? Nice, useful little family room.
Yes, you can have your little one playing here, and you can be in the kitchen.
So fantastic. Just leaves us with upstairs. Lots of natural light, good size, yet I feel like I'm in a student dig.
That's how we describe it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not saying sophisticated, sexy master bedroom suite.
Not at all.
So we should sit down, work out our Basel plan, and then we can get to work.
Sounds good.
This house could be fantastic, but at the moment it falls a long way short. In the living room and the dining room, so dark you can barely see your hand in front of your face. The kitchen is dismal, and the master bedroom, my bedroom at university was nicer. Having said that, this house is going to look wonderful when we're finished, and then Emily and Jason can move on with the rest of their lives.
You've got a solidly built house with lovely rooms, with elegant proportions. Having said that, The whole atmosphere of the house is a little bit dingy. The living room and the dining room. These are your principal reception rooms, so you need them to be looking fantastic. How would you feel if we painted some of the woodwork?
I'm a little skeptical.
And I'm not suggesting painting all of it, but I think the archways over the doors and the chair rail, that's going to make the room look much brighter. The period features stand out, and also, crucially, it's going to give these two rooms greater flow. Now, moving on to the kitchen. At the moment, I don't mean to sound rude, it's completely lacking in the charm that is so plentiful in the rest of the house.
You're not hurting our feelings. It's pretty dismal.
I'd like to see us create more prep space and really modernise the look of the kitchen.
Sounds good.
Now, the master bedroom. I think the brown mismatched linen and the kindergarten cubby holes on either side don't make for a particularly wow master bedroom. So I'd like to see this house looking more modern, more elegant. In this buyer's market, average doesn't cut the mustard. Your house has to be above average. So someone walks in through that front door, falls in love with it, and can't imagine themselves living anywhere else.
Sounds good.
Okay, Jason?
Let's get to work.
Fantastic, let's do it. Emily and Jason's home is in an incredibly popular neighbourhood, and it's recently undergone a process of gentrification. So I got a meeting with Rick, their real estate agent, because I'd like to know why he thinks this house is not selling. Rick, lovely to meet you.
Hi, how are you?
Now, can you give me a bit of the back history of this house?
We've done 14 open houses over the last 3 months.
Wow.
There's approximately 75 houses on the market currently within the area, which has created a lot more competition.
That is a huge amount. This house is stacked full of original features, but I just think at the moment you're not really seeing these as well as you could because of the slightly dark colour, a lot of dark wood. I just don't think average cuts it in this market.
No, definitely. The sellers definitely have to show their property in its best light.
So do you think once we've given this house a more modern, brighter look while retaining the period features, we can get this house on the way?
That would be ideal.
Emily and Jason live in a lovely house that a year ago would have sold no problem. But the market's changing. Buyers have a lot of choice, so their house is going to have to really stand out if they want to sell. I'm going to go and show them a comparable house now that had no problem standing out and sold quickly. What are your first impressions?
I like it a lot.
This room feels much lighter than your room because of the nice, light, cream-coloured paint. Now here, a lot of the period details like the fireplace and the baseboard and the cornicing, they're painted white. They don't have to be the original wood colour for you to appreciate them.
Very true.
I agree.
Good, well, come on through to the dining room. You've got a nice dining room table set, a sideboard. Your furniture looks mismatched. Here it's elegant, grown up, more permanent looking.
I agree with you totally.
Now coming through to the kitchen. What potential buyers are looking for is storage space, prep space, and somewhere to eat your cereal. That's what's lacking in your kitchen at the moment. This ticks those 3 boxes. Okay, now I want to show you the master bedroom. Now, potential buyers might think this bedroom is a little small, but they'll also probably think it's inviting and warm, and there's no real negatives apart from the size. Your room needs to grow up. Exactly. Now, your house is bigger, more period details, more charm, but this house sold for just under the asking price in 5 days. Oh, you look traumatised.
Our house has been on the market for so much longer.
But this should fill you with hope, because once we've done the changes to your house, I think it will look fantastic.
I have faith.
Well, let's go and do some work.
And to help restore the faith, I've called in contractor Anthony Sayers.
Emily, Jason, I'd like you to meet my right-hand man, Anthony.
Hello, Anthony. Nice to meet you. Emily.
Hello. Anthony's going to go into a little more detail about the changes we're going to make.
In the dining room, I noticed there was a bay window that you replaced. So we need to just match up the trim around the window with the trim in the rest of the room.
It will fit in better to its surroundings.
Coming into the kitchen, your cabinets are a little dated, so we'll address that by changing over the hardware And on this side, I'll take this cabinet away. I'll build a shelf here. It'll be like a eatery bar. It will also double as more counter space for prepping.
Gonna kill two birds with one stone.
That's right. The master bedroom, we just need to paint the room, add some lights.
Just give it a more sophisticated feel.
Fantastic.
Yep.
So come on.
Excellent. There used to be a bay window here. It was replaced with a more energy efficient window. You want to see newer windows in an older house. It's a great selling feature. What was wrong with this particular window was that the trim wasn't matching with the rest of the house. First, I measured around the window. Then I bought this trim from the hardware store and mitered the edges on a 45-degree angle. I glued the pieces around the window to frame it and nailed it down to make it secure. Next, I have to make the trim match. So what I've done is I've taken some pine and I've copied the window that's in the living room just to keep the same style going throughout the house. After, we're gonna just paint it out and it's gonna be beautiful.
So what do you think of our flea market find?
I really like it, actually. I think it's lots of character.
It's amazing the difference you can make to a house with imagination, hard work, and, you know, a small budget. I know you guys were a little concerned about the painting of the plate rail and the baseboard.
I'm totally okay with it now. In fact, I think it looks better.
You can see the potential.
Yes.
Wow, this table fits the room so much better.
Yeah, it makes so much more sense for sure.
And it's the same table?
It's the exact same table. What I've done is primed the whole table and then painted it. I got this piece of MDF. I made it 16 inches bigger than the old table.
Right.
So you have 8 inches on both sides.
So it's symmetrical and even?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I cut down the piece of MDF and screwed it from underneath so that there's no holes on the top.
Right.
Got this same decorative trim, and we're just using it as an edge just to finish it off.
Fantastic. And then do you put a top on the table, or is this going to be
That's the top. We're just going to paint it the same brown as the legs.
Okay.
And it's just going to be beautiful.
Fantastic. Well, I think it looks brilliant. See you in a little bit.
Okay.
Potential buyers don't just want any old house. They want something a little bit special. Now, in this area, there are around 75 houses on the market, and it was obvious that Emily and Jason's house wasn't standing out from the crowd. But I think they understand now that in a buyer's market, your house really has to rise to the top of the pack to get that elusive sale.
A lot of progress has been made in here.
And we were lacking in countertop space?
Absolutely.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, I see that.
So what I've done is I've just taken some MDF and black laminate,
Right?
contact cement them together, and this edging just to finish it off and make it look nice. On this end, I had to build this rad cover because you could see the radiator, and it'll help support this end of the eatery bar. On that end, I just have a temporary leg for now.
Oh, I see.
But this decorative nice bracket is gonna go in place of that.
So those two nails there are enough to support this?
Well, what I've done is I've made sure that I'm right on a stud so that there will be ample support for the bar.
If you don't have a lot of money and you want to renovate your house before sale, kitchen is a really, really good room because you get the most return on your investment. How much did this cost us?
Maybe $150.
And it will look classic, elegant, with enough prep space for a family.
Yes.
I think this shelf and its bright red stools will add that little extra this kitchen needs. When listing in a competitive market, remember, you must make sure your property shows as one of the best in its price range. Just like this comparable house in the same neighborhood. The living room is a similar size to Emily and Jason's, but here the neutral, light colors and ample lighting give it a bright and airy feel. While some of the original wood trim has been left unpainted, the dark tone is cleverly picked up in the chocolate browns of the ottoman cushions and throws, giving this charming modern space cohesion and flow. In the dining room, a neutral palette really allows the wood tones to shine, making this original feature an asset. A proper grown-up dining table gives the room purpose and updates the style. This kitchen is smaller than Emily and Jason's, but every available space has been efficiently used. Extra built-in cabinets with granite countertops add function and flair. The master bedroom is simple yet elegant. The lovely big window serves as a focal point for the bed, and its simple linens perfectly match the window treatments. This space is an excellent example of how to work with what you have in order to show your home at its very best.
Emily and Jason's house is up against some stiff competition, but the way it was showing before meant it was easily forgettable despite its wealth of features. But now, with the changes we've made, I think it's going to go straight to the top of the class.
Before, this living room was dark, dingy and unloved. We instantly brightened the space by painting the walls a warm grey, the trim and French doors a creamy white. We positioned a smaller sofa and chairs around a new leather ottoman to create a cosy conversation area. New lamps and chenille drapery add extra warmth to this beautiful traditional room. The dining room's mismatched furniture and wood tones made the room feel gloomy. To create flow, we continued the same wall and trim paint right through. Our yard sale sideboard and dining room set truly complements the period features of this space. The kitchen's round table and wooden cabinet did nothing to highlight the positives in this bright room. Anthony's floating wall shelf not only adds more prep space, but also the red stools instantly add a pop of colour to the new eat-in area. Emily and Jason's bedroom looked like it hadn't been touched since their student days. We painted the walls green and their existing dresser a clean white. We spray painted an antique iron headboard purchased from a local garage sale and changed the linens to make this bed a real focal point. New side tables, inexpensive lamps, and cream-coloured drapery add that extra touch of adult elegance. For a total cost of $4,100, we've taken Emily and Jason's home from unremarkable to unforgettable. So when showing your home, don't overlook the details.
Removing interior doors is a great way to make a room look bigger and more modern, but remember to hang on to them and include in your listings that you have the original doors and they come with the house. If your furniture's putting off potential buyers, remember you don't need a king's ransom to replace it. Trawling flea markets and garage sales is a great way to pick up furniture, lamps, mirrors, and a lovely way to spend a Saturday. My kitchen mantra is prep space, prep space, prep space. A butcher's block, a dining bar, or a wide floating shelf is a great way to add value to your kitchen. Well, it's almost time for the open house. I think this place is looking modern and sophisticated while keeping its period charm. But we'll have to wait and see what potential buyers think. Hi.
Hi there, how are you?
I'm Sophie.
Hi, Karen, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Well, this is the sitting room. In this house, you've got the original floors, you've got the original baseboard, the original plate rail, and this beautiful wooden ceiling.
It's definitely beautiful.
Come on through to the kitchen.
Nice flooring, and it's nice space, it's not small.
It's functional. This is all new. And this is a good-sized kitchen.
I agree with that, yeah.
Hi. Hi. Sophie. Hi. Show you through to the dining room. Is it the sort of style you're looking for?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and the floors are in really good condition.
Yeah, they are.
Which is great.
Well, let's go on. So this is the master bedroom. What are your initial thoughts?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love the windows. I mean, the stained glass.
Yes. You've seen quite a lot of houses. How does this compare?
This is probably the biggest one I've seen so far.
So would you consider coming back for a second viewing, maybe bringing back your family?
Yeah, sure.
Hi.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sophie.
Hello.
Hello. What are your thoughts?
Beautiful. I love the color.
Like the high ceilings and the moldings.
Now here we have the kitchen.
I think for the two of us, it's more than enough space.
It's nice and bright, and you've still got some of the original features.
I like the stools and the counter. That's great for a quick breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast on the run.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Come on in to the master bedroom. Follow me. Pop your head around there. Goes all the way back along one side.
That's excellent. It's impressive for an old house.
So do you think this goes to the top of the list of things you've seen so far?
It's up there.
It's up there. Good. In a buyer's market, you gotta go that extra mile to make sure your house stands out from the crowd. Judging by some of the comments we got during our open house, I know this home is gonna be noticed and remembered.
Oh my gosh. I want to see more. This is a real dining room.
And I love that the plate rail is painted. I didn't think I would like that so much, but it looks really nice. Awesome.
I love the table in the kitchen.
The room looks about 5 foot wider now, just because there's something over on this side now.
I also love the master bedroom. Oh, I think this is my favorite room in the house. It's romantic, it's cozy, I love the color green, it's great. I wanted to jump on the bed. Our house is snazzy. It's going to sell fast.
Now that we've taken this traditional house from drab to dynamic, it's been receiving enthusiastic reviews, and Emily and Jason are entertaining an offer. I'm confident a sale is on the horizon, and soon this family will be moving to the country house of their dreams.